We were at the location they told us to be, where I'd find my panda brethren, my family. But there was nothing to find. In front of me I saw only endless grass. A vibrant plain of green stretched endlessly before me and the rest of my traveling party. My usual calm twisted to rage. My brow scrunched as a grimace covered my face. I bore my fangs before I yelled and slammed both of my fists to the dirt. With the sound of thunder, the impacts released a shockwave out in front of me that shattered the ground for several feet. "Looks like that guy might have lied," Jarvik, my swordsman companion, said. "Why would he send us here? It's not even a trap." My eyes widened as I hopped back up. "Why, indeed?" I replied as I began to look around. "We forgot about one thing he said. He mentioned that we wouldn't be able to find it unless we were looking specifically for it. I thought he was just trying to be ominous or something. Who knows? But it was more like a riddle. He likely had someone spying on him and couldn't tell us outright." "Okay. So what? The place is invisible?" I raised a brow and looked at Jarvik. "Unlikely. I would have found them by now if that were the case. But it could be a pocket dimension." "And the barrier is around here somewhere," Lionheart chimed in. "Correct, pussycat," I exclaimed with a chuckle. I smiled at him only to get a glare in return. I guess the werelion didn't really care for the joke. I looked to the druid of the group and asked, "Do you have any way to see if there are any magic doors?"
I can try.
Felora answered. She muttered something and made a few motions with her hand before I saw her eyes glow a faint amber color as she looked around.
You guys might want to take a few steps that way,
she said, pointing. I took a few short steps in the direction she advised. As I moved further, I began to see faint, colorful wisps hovering in the air in front of me. I edged nearer as the aura hardened to look like glass, emanating a rainbow glow. "Whoa, that's not what I expected," Jarvik proclaimed. Confused, I raised my hand to find it solid to my touch. My ear twitched as I just then noticed a hum coming from my displacement bag. I reached into my sack and pulled the medallion we confiscated from the marauder who sent us here. I pressed the metal to the magical wall, but nothing happened. What? Maybe there was supposed to be some sort of incantation? Well, crap. What do we do without it? Jarvik was right to ask, but I wasn't about to stop now. I wonder if the wall of magic has any properties of a normal wall, I said as I looked to the rest of the group with a large grin. Namely, the ability to be broken down. The moment the words left my mouth, I thrust my fist at the shimmering glass. My knuckles, padded with magical gloves, collided with the magic barrier with a thunderous crack, splintering a web of cracks across the glowing wall. I smirked, taking in a deep breath before thrusting my fist forward once more. The cracks widened and grew further from the point of impact. "One more should do it," I said under my breath. I clenched my fist as tight as I could and took one final swing. With an ear-splitting boom, the magical wall shattered, releasing a sound like that of 1,000 stained-glass windows, all breaking at once. Now what stood before me was a swirling vortex, undoubtedly leading to where I will find my family.